Good afternoon and welcome to this afternoon's pack drive with me, Brent Smith. I've got Joe, aka Josephine, on camera with me. We've got Andrew in final control and Yana cooking dinner. But yes, great to be out back in the bush. I think we're going to look for the lions because apparently the lions have been giving everyone quite a hard time for the last few days. I don't want to be too cocky, but I think I'm going to find them. Just remember, if you're not a pack member and you want to get your questions answered, you do that by becoming a Painted Dog pack member. All the details on how to become one down below. Also, there are other benefits to being a Painted Dog pack member, including weekly free high-res images that you can print, pop on your wall, do whatever you would like with. By answering the keyword, and I will be giving our keyword a little bit later in the drive, so keep a listen out for that. Now that is open only to pack members, and I see we've got, who is that down there? Is that Mr. Birdman? So very exciting times. We're going to go see if we can find these lions. Afternoon, how's everything going? You're looking for the Ellies? Somewhere in here. Yeah. So they've caused absolute havoc if you drive past our tents. They've pushed over everything. We're actually having to get a little, like they've got at Borscom, a little energizer just to put around. Because I think an elephant dropped the branch on Joe's tent the other day. So.
I'll make a turn on the Mumba or whatever.
So this morning they were west of Mumba Kronkel, so they were in this block here somewhere. So hopefully they come out either at Lemunduran or here for a drink later. Good luck, guys. Yeah, we will be. The elephants have also been evading everyone, but that's because they just decide to arrive at 7 o'clock every evening in camp. Now, there's a few little bit more, apparently no audio. Hope not, because I said quite a lot. Rosemary, and see who else has got audio. So let's say hello. Hello, Rosemary, Mary, Carol, Jan, Betty, Elsa, and Jennifer. Great to have you all with us. I'm excited to be out this afternoon because I've had a bloody day. Lots of computer screens, so I'm excited to be out in the wilderness to see what we can find. Yep, the Ellies have been causing not too much havoc. It's only once that they tried to scare Josephine, and it was unfortunately it wasn't too big a branch. Didn't break the tent. Was it last night the lions encamped? No, the night before. And then they've been all around this area, but no one's been able to find them. Let me get the radio going. There's lion tracks here. Quite decent considering the amount of wind we've been having. Andrew, were there lion tracks on Rietspruit this morning? Okay, so Andrew did start on these tracks. Afternoon mobile stations. Brent getting mobile from Hayes. Updates, please.
Yeah, Brent, there's 4 vehicles on Bravo and one or two commercials. And then there was some Rhino at, what's the trip for? At Kudu trip. That's about all we have for this area.
Copy. I'm going to be following up on the lines around Lowveld Dam, between Lowveld Dam and Borskamp.
Copy, thank you. We might follow that way as well, if you don't mind.
No problem. Hello, African Sky. No, Betty, fortunately, just a branch that they were feeding on dropped onto the roof of the tent. They're big tents, they're not small tents, so. Joe says it woke him up. I'm sure it did. But Joe, you are a bit scared of everything, eh? So it's fine. No, I'm just teasing. I'm just teasing. You should be. You should be scared. Yes. Yes. Well, you should never do that. That's why we have torches. Okay, so we're going to keep a lookout. There's a couple of favorite sort of little secret spots that if you've been following these lions for a long time, you know where they like to go. So I'm going to check a few of those. There is, of course, the chance they're in that really, really thick river system at the top end of Sunsloot, where you can't really get a car in. But we will go have a look. Andrew, just confirm, last tracks you had were at Lowveld Dam. Okay, thank you, Andrew. So I just want to check the sightings group. Whoopsie. Lions, I think it's the males, were at Boskamp early this morning. They headed down towards Lowveld Dam. So the pride might still be where Andrew was tracking down towards Seskant South. But let's just do a little through here. Gorgeous afternoon. It's been quite windy over the last few days, so I'm enjoying a little bit of stillness this afternoon. Hello, Alex. Now, what I am, obviously, those who were with us on drive yesterday, were chatting a little bit about northwestern Zambia, where I'll be heading to on Thursday. Very exciting. So we'll see what we can find up there. Very excited. I always love traveling with the one and only Doc Rogers, Uncle Pete, as we affectionately call him. We've done some crazy stuff with Doc Rogers. Elephant, rhino, wild dog, cheetah, lion. What else? All sorts. Be my second trip to Zambia with Doc Rogers and cheetah. Should start collecting wild sage to put up my nostrils. Quite a few vehicles here this morning, so I'm not seeing any tracks apart from Impalalas on top. No problem, Betty. I'm only in Zambia, I think. What's did I fly? Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, fly back Monday. A lightning trip. There's bit. Monkeys here. They're on the ground, they're not alarm calling. They're disappearing, so probably not sure where the lions go. Maybe Piet is one of the owners of the farm, out doing some road maintenance by the looks of things. And he might have an idea. See tracks here. Afternoon, sir.
How's it going?
Looking for those smelly cats.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen a couple of tracks over here in this block. It looks like they moved.
Okay, perfect. We'll keep moving. Are you?
I'm just letting Poole down. I'm going to work here tomorrow morning, so I'm going to leave it here tonight. And
Okay.
My wife's going to pick me up. So yeah,
Not even walking home?
I thought she was going to pick me up with a few beers.
Ah, nice.
Yeah.
Well, enjoy and good luck tomorrow.
Yeah, cheers. Thank you.
Cheers.
Bye.
Okay, guys, let's carry on. So you'll see in front of us, Pet's just moved the big machine down here. They're going to be doing some road maintenance in this area tomorrow. And he's waiting for his wife to come pick him up in the game view with some beer. Sounds quite pleasant, actually. Oh, Africa sky, so many places. Where and when would you recommend to experience being amongst elephants in Botswana? Well, so many places, so many places. All depends on your budget, of course. But you can, my favorite area is the Kwondo area of Botswana. But of course, Chobe is great. There's just a lot more vehicles or people or boats around in Chobe, whereas the Kwondo area, you get sort of a more private experience. A very different experience is elephants down in the desert in the Machadi at Jack's Camp or at Naipan. There's elephants in the delta swimming. There's so many different places in Botswana where you can experience, what is that? I just saw there's definitely something alive down there. It's an impala. You see it, Joe? Okay, through that little gap there. Yeah, so that is what I spotted. I just saw some shape that was slightly different in the bush, and that's generally how we spot things.
We also spotted a rhino bull just south of Hop by the Dam.
Yeah, just behind those bushes. Let's change the focus. There we go. Hello, like keeping dead still. Okay, let's keep moving. Not the kitty cat we're looking for. But Africa Sky, if you need some help, please email travel@painteddog.tv and we can sort you out with whatever type of safari suits your budget. And we love Botswana. Botswana is one of our favorite destinations to sort out safaris for people. Obviously, spending a good 10 years of our lives living there, and my teenage and early 20s in Botswana. We know it very, very well, and we've got wonderful relationships with everyone from mobile operators, where you move camp every couple of days, to lodges, to the hotels in Chobe and Vic Falls. So please get hold of us. travel@paintedDog.tv. Pop us an email. Hello, Janine. Barbara has experienced being amongst the elephants of Botswana with us. I think my favorite, we had lots of elephant sightings, many. We saw thousands of elephants in Botswana. But I think one of the favorite ones we had is we were sitting in the sort of northern central region of the Kwando concession, one of my favorite areas in the whole world. We were actually looking for wild dogs. We didn't find wild dogs that day. But when we stopped for sundowners, we did find leopard, sable fighting, eland, lots of other things. Odd wolf as well. But one of my favorite spots, we were stopped for a sundowner at a place called Kwena Lagoon, or Crocodile Lagoon. And while we were there, two massive herds of elephants just silently arrived behind us and just started drinking at the lagoon. And while we had about, I don't know, 30 or 40 hippos in front of us. It's wonderful, wonderful. So I'm not seeing any lion tracks here, so they might have definitely gone through the drainage. So you notice I'm driving a little bit faster than what I normally do on Game Drive, and that's because no one has seen the lions for so long. I'm trying to cover as much ground while it's still light to see tracks, and hopefully we can find them. Of course, if we find anything interesting on the way, I'm very easily and happily sidetracked. Basically, I'm playing guessing game from tracks now. We last saw those tracks. They have gone into that drainage system, even in our little cars. It's near impossible to get in there, but they might come out a bit later in the evening. We'll just go up this road for a little bit. Oh, hello. As I said, we're very happily distracted, particularly by chubby unicorns. Hi guys, you gonna come say hi? Not sure who this is. No, cow and calf. Rhino, cow and calf at the borehole to the south of Kudukrip.
Responding, I'm 7 minutes out.
Copy. Little boy.
On my way to the rhino sighting, 1 minute away.
So we weren't looking for rhinos, we're looking for lions. But of course, we're never going to say no. I knew there was something I forgot to charge. My camera, of course. Or one of them at least. think that's one of the things I love about being out of the bush, even though we're looking for kitty cats. We're really lucky in this reserve with the amount of rhinoceri we have. I'm just going to move. So these look like they've still got a bit of pink spray paint on them, which means we're the last animals to be trimmed while we were doing the other rhinos in that undisclosed location. I'm going to try give Joe a bit of backlight here so he can get nice backlight on the rhinos. And we know these guys quite well. Can't see who's there. These two, I'm pretty sure, not sure exactly sure who it is, but I do know them. Carol, I think it's probably not, because it's a cow and calf combo. Probably mom and daughter. Hi guys, how you doing? You didn't get lost, Johan? Oh, okay. And do you know what time we're supposed to leave on Thursday from KMIA? Because I've tried to phone Vincent. Okay, let's talk tonight, because I've spoken to Pete Rogers. He also is. I need to know whether we're leaving tomorrow night, because then I've got to try to organise. Done. So I got a hold of Vincent for about 3 minutes on the phone, and then he said he'd call me back in 5, and that was 3 hours ago. Okay, we'll talk tonight. Oh, here comes the bull that was at the crib earlier. Okay. I'm not sure, I haven't seen it yet. No, the tracks go into the drainage line. It looks like just the males. Here comes the big boy. Sorry? Yeah, I think I'm going to drive with Pete, and then we'll leave his car there so we've got something to get home in as well when we fly back. Yeah, I'm going to Zambia. Right. How's that little snort there? Say, bull, don't come too close. I'm not in the mood for you. It's full of cameras. Let's zoom in on her lips there, Joe. Yeah, closest to us. You can see how she's actually using her lips to pick the grass, and then only her teeth to grind it. So those lips, if you actually get a chance to touch them, they're really actually soft, even though they're really tough, because obviously while you're munching under a big thorn tree like that, you're likely to accidentally munch some thorns as well. The rhino bull has joined the cow and calf at the borehole. Station standing by. You're welcome to make your way in. So I do love about these cow and calves, they've got so relaxed around us now. I mean, she's not even 10 feet, 12 feet from us at the moment. afternoon honey, I think 5 leadwood stations on Blowbunk. There's a rhino bull and rhino cow and big calf at the borehole to the south of Kudu Krip. Currently 3 stations here. Yebo. Old. A couple of years, like 3, maybe 4. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to look for the lions. We'll spend a little bit more time with the rhinos since they're here. Yeah, I'm around. Okay. I'll call you straight after drive, Johan. Okay, cool. Bye, guys. Oh, I'm going around to the other side of the rhinos. Indeed, such hefty bodies. Very clean animals. Well, it depends on your definition of clean. They like to wallow in the mud, particularly when it's hot or the bugs are bothering them. But it's this time of the year, it might be a bit chilly, so they do less of that. Indeed, Mary, it's always wonderful to hang out with our chubby unicorn friends. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's okay. It's just us. There we go. Back to munching. Okay, come a bit wider, because there could be a bit of drama coming. I can hear the bulls smelling them. There he comes. So they're snorting back at him. Oh, she's not happy with him. Go away. And he's listening. Her ears went back. She snorted at him. Not in the mood for you, mister. Yes. So what happens as rhino calves get so big, the bulls will tend to sense in their urine and feces that it's time for her to have another baby. So they'll actually start putting pressure and trying to chase the calf away so they can mate. But if she's not quite ready, she will let it be known, as she did then. I can't see where the bull is. He hasn't moved far. Let's wait a little bit longer around here. I might see some interesting behavior. Very strange shaped head. Now, one of the reasons that their eyesight isn't very good, and they've got one of the theories is that their optic nerve is elongated, so when they're younger they can see better, and as they get older and that optic nerve gets elongated, as their brain is still up at the top of their head in between their ears. But when you're so big and you're so strong, and they don't really need to be able to see too well to deal with predators. Now, the only real predatory threat to rhinos, outside of human beings, of course, is lions and hyenas. And only when the babies are very, very young, or if they've been injured in a fight with other rhinos. Very rarely will an elephant attack a rhino. Normally that's in very dry times when there's limited resources, particularly water. And elephant bulls can be quite nasty and just defend a water hole. Hi guys, hello funny looking. Listen to it smack its lips. He's listening to us. And if you have a look, there was a heart sprayed on that one's side in spray paint. It's rubbed off a bit. Bye, rhino friends. Let's just have a look as they move off. Where's the big ball? Just want to see if he decides to try and make another approach now that they've moved off a bit. There you go, two beautiful large bottoms. Hello, Ariana. So I'm just trying to keep an eye on what that bull's doing. Betty, rhinos can reach sexual maturity at between sort of 4 and 5 years of age, but generally won't mate till 6 or 7. And that's for females. So males, quite similarly to elephants, will become into sexual maturity at that same sort of 4, 5 years of age, but will not be able to mate sort of that 12 to 13 years old, because the big dominant bulls won't let the younger bulls mate. Jennifer, on average, who lives longer? Elephants, by quite to some distance. Theoretically, elephants can live up to into their 60s, whereas rhinos around 40. So Joe on the back would like to know, what effects does horn trimming have? As long as you're doing your whole population, none whatsoever. So their horns are there to fight with other rhinos. They do spend more time grooming their horns after a horn trimming than they would if their horns were natural, but they still groom their horns a lot. But in terms of behavior and whatnot, very little, or if any, behavioral changes. Where's Big Boy? Is he still just behind us? But again, there might be some nuanced behavior that we haven't noticed yet. And say horn trimming is a very relatively new thing, so it'll take time to gather data. Which are they going to come through? So I think those male lions are sleeping somewhere in this drainage system. Do you want me to go back? Oh yeah, I was about to say. I can see the finish isn't as good as yours because we did the finish. Yo, it's a Land Rover, it's what it's meant to do. There he comes. See their reaction, just stay on them for now. See her snorting. The bull's trying to come closer. He's still quite far away. And that snorting made it well known that she is not interested in his amorous maneuvers. Going to try something. Can see if we can get behind them and still keep an eye on the ball. Just want to see what happens now for a second. He's probably been trailing them all day, and that's why they're a bit grumpy with him. Just going to try something here. Is there a spot? There is indeed. There's another road that goes to the borehole here. And we should be able to possibly, if he comes a bit closer, see some of the size difference between the cow and calf. He's keeping his distance for now. See, snorting picks up when the wind picks up. Bye, Africa Sky. Oh. I said it's worth just waiting for a little bit to see if there is any interaction. Come on. Come on, come on. Let's see. I think he's probably been chased by quite severely earlier today. He's keeping his distance for now. Indeed, Jennifer, it is beautiful. All three of them. And the backlighting. Ethereal, as Mary says. I'm just going to go around a little bit. Let's have a look at the big boy before we decide to continue our search for the ethereal lines of the Rietspruit Game Reserve. Oh, she's upset with him again. Are you snorting at the big boy? Oh, I got stuck in a hole. I thought I'd be able to just freewheel down the hill. Actually, he has good. Don't get upset with me. I'm not a male rhino. Exactly. Excuse you too. Sassy lady. You just stick to eating your grass. Sassy girl. Munch, munch, munch. They're probably now, what, a metre and a half from the car. I feel like it's just reward after a day of some serious admin. Hey guys, hello. Hello little guy. Indeed, Mary, you know they're close when we're looking down at them. Might be able to, if I keep quiet for a bit, you might be able to just hear their lips as well. Definitely some form of communication in that snort. As she did it, they both took a simultaneous step back. Ooh, a little temper tantrum there. I think something, a big horsefly or rhino fly bit them. He didn't like that. A little temper tantrum foot stamp. Mary, unfortunately, we don't say how many rhinos are, but enough is the answer. How many rhinos are on the property? Enough. Are we close enough you can actually see us now? Maybe. Almost perfect in sync there, the backward step. When Mom feels they've got a bit close. And the bull's been very sneakily grazing closer and closer by coming along at a sort of oblique angle. Mummy, you're very close now. Oh, she's just spotted the bull. Gave him a few snorts. His ears go back and the snorts come out.
Kevin getting mobile, any updates? Afternoon, Kevin. 5 network stations on Blaubank, 2 Mesita, southeast corner Kaya, and 3 Rhino were at borehole south of Kudu Crypt. Okay, copied. Radio 5 on Blaubank.
So just a bit close for us to move on now. I'm going to wait for them to just give us a little distance. So I don't think I'm going to get, no, I can't just roll forward here. Now, of course, the one thing that these rhinos are not very at the moment is our keyword for the week, which is camouflaged. So that is the keyword to get your weekly print. Now, have a look on that fold of skin there if you zoom in, Joe. If she's, yeah, you see those flies are sitting just out of head rub or head scratch reach.
Responding to the Rhino, 2 minutes out.
Isn't this amazing? I mean, they are literally about to give Joe a kiss. Come give Joe a kiss. Oh, listen to that. Hear the little baby squeak. Whinging about something. They make the most wonderful sounds. Little squeaks and moans. Your Mom, it's time to go. I'm tired of these painted dog people. And there's the big boy's bum. hear them snorting behind us. What are they doing? They're just walking off. Okay. And there's Mr. Rhino himself. Huh? No, I've been with them for a long, long time. We found them. I'm not sure who it is. Is it 16? 60 and 61. Okay, that does look. I wasn't sure, yeah. How old is that calf? About 4 now? 3? 4. Okay, so I'm just checking. My guesses were right. Sorry?
Because it could also be 13 and 14.
Okay, but every time he comes close, she just chases him. Okay. Well, enjoy. Thanks, Hunter. Cheers. Mr. Rhino, Hanu himself, goes out, doesn't even look for lions, just looks for rhinos. He's the chairman of Rhino Revolution, the rhino charity. He loves checking on the rhinos. They did, wasn't it? That's your closest to a rhino. Yeah. So if you sit with rhinos for a long time, they often get really relaxed and come right up to the car. No, you don't want a black rhino that close to the car. That is unadvisable. Okay. Indeed, Carol, a wonderful sighting. What do I want? I want a jersey. Okay, so Andrew, when you said last tracks you had, were those open areas below Lemunduran or above Lemunduran? Yeah. Oh, the one that goes down into the river. If you keep going straight. Okay. So that's where you had last tracks of the Pride. Okay, we're going to go start around there. I think those males are lying in that big block with no roads. Over there. Got to that stage, and I need to use my eyes properly. Let's put the sunglasses away. Put a jersey on. Get ready for some serious tracking after we got sidetracked. But a good sidetrack, a lovely sidetrack indeed with rhinos. Yes, they are they can be very gentle. When they're fighting, that's another story altogether though. Let's make sure no one's missed tracks around this area. Oh, there's Nyala in the road. It's quite a nice picture. You know, Nyala. Come on, spot us a leopard. Now all we need is Kudu-Krupp female leopard to walk out between us and her, and for her to start barking. Oh, I'm thirsty today. Didn't drink enough water earlier in the day. Another Nyala popping out. Probably on their way to Kudu-Krupp, which is behind us, to go have a drink. And another one. Okay, let's get to the area where we last had some lion tracks. Now that I'm all warm, fix my collar. There's always male lines kept coming this way as well. We go have a quick look at Kudu Krip because that is the closest water to where Andy had the last tracks. If they kept going west or northwest, maybe Seskant Krip a little bit later. Ha! Alex, interesting question. What is the evolutionary advantage to a rhino having 3 toes? I'd probably say it's quite similar to the elephant having 1 or a hippo having 4, just with different structures, probably to spread the weight. So an elephant with 1, well, elephant's actually got 5 toes, but it looks like it's got 1 because of the structure of its feet and the big shock absorber. Rhino's feet do have a shock absorber, but it's slightly different. Obviously, they're very different shape, probably to help spread the weight, which is really interesting if you think about it from an evolution point of view. You got 3 really massive and heavy animals with 3 very distinct evolutionary adaptations to carry that weight. Elephants with the 5 with the shock absorber, rhino with the 3 toes, and then hippo, probably a very similar setup to the rhinos, but with 4 toes. What is that? What was that? Where's my long lookers, as they're called in Afrikaans? Verkykers. My long lookers. My long lookers, I have spotted a stump. But it did look a little bit like a leopard at that distance.
Gareth has 6 leopard stations on Durbank, 3 rhino near the 4 hole Kudu Krip, and about to the southeast corner. Copy that, thanks, Steve. Crossing up to Lowveld, please, Stephen.
What was that?
Can I come join you up there? Southern ground on road. You can join. Thank you. Sorry, the last page, just repeat what's there.
It looks like the lions didn't even come here.
Corridor.
Yep.
That's wonderful, thank you.
There's a big male leopard track there. There's a big male leopard that came through here. And the hyenas. That male leopard track isn't too fresh, where did you say? There's hyena tracks there.
For Alex?
Yeah, I'll go ahead.
Hyena.
Then would you be able to give me the last mark of the lion?
Ah.
I don't think I was found this morning, so they were pulling up on him, which is probably one male, west of the deep skirt south of the Mundurang, and then others were reported in a group as having passed Port Cup heading towards Leopard Dam, but I don't think they were found in the end.
Copy that, thank you.
Andrew, were you following one male lion or the pride tracks? Ah. Oh, okay, I know you didn't find either, but which tracks? No, but how many animals were you following in this area? One or multiple? Okay, so this is just one. I thought this was the multiple. Okay. We'll have a quick look around here, and then I think we might head back towards Leopard Dam. Well, sometimes one's walking over there in the grass, and without getting out and walking a lot, you can't really tell. Let's take a little gamble. And let's go down to Akadis Rock. It's not that warm. If there's a single male lion in this area, you might like to go steep on the rock because it's warm. So let me go have a look. Let me go have a look down at Akadis. Akadis is a lizard in Afrikaans. So these rocks, oh, there's lion tracks here. There's all pride tracks here. There's lots of lions here. What? You guys are going to be sleeping on the rock. There's at least 5 or 6 animals here by the looks of the tracks going through. They're not on the rock. I've got a good idea where they've gone. Last time I came to the rock to look for lions, I was just on a bumble with some friends, and I was like, let's just jump out of the car here. As I jumped out of the car and walked around the bushes, got growled at. Are they here? It doesn't mean they're not here. Just give me a second here, Josephine. I gotta remember how I used to do this in the old days. And that was also in the Badger. That's got quite a bit higher clearance than this car. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna pop my head over. There's my anti-lion device. Oh, yeah, it's my anti-lion device. In case I have to give them a fright. I've been charged by them a few times around here, so that's why I'm being a bit cautious. At least I got the higher ground. Sometimes I've been coming from the bottom and they've been looking down at me. See if they're sleeping in the riverbed down there. Nope. So the tracks didn't come all this way. They haven't gone down that way. I'm going to double check where they went off the road. Very sophisticated anti-lion device I like to carry around with me. Now, last time the male was lying right up on top of the rock there. I've had to lob a few anti-lion devices at these lions over the years. I think the worst one was just after I broke my ankle, so I was still in a moon boot and I was walking with a crutch. Just be sleeping in this thick stuff here. So I went off somewhere here. Don't see any tracks, and there's a lot of tracks on that straight line there. Let me just go have a quick look. I was just willing them to be on the rock. I think I might have gone off here. Just have a look. Yeah, straight here. Come on, give me a growl. Okay, going that way. Okay. I think I know where they might come out. There's just a lot of people out on drive. I don't want them to drive on the roads before I get a chance to check properly. Someone's just driven down here. We're still in low range. Why was I in low range? Oh, because I thought I was going to climb over the rocks. Tell me they went straight, they didn't turn. Great, they didn't. They went straight. There's a good chance these lions are around here somewhere. They're big, Jennifer. If I see one, I'll stop and show you.
Two mosquitoes. I'm responding 35 minutes.
Dad coming.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I got tracks of multiple lions on Akadis. They don't go to the rock. They sort of go west into the block. Not into the river, but almost sort of parallel to the river.
Okay, you didn't pick any up around the window?
Negative. They came from sort of straight east.
You send me sunset, could encrypt them.
I copy. There's tracks. I mean, we're not far from the river. I just want to go and check here, see if any tracks come out, or actually the animals are lying out in the open now that it's cooler.
Two cheetahs, 2 male cheetahs. 2 minutes out.
Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to drop my schnoz into the deep slit quickly. Here they are. I stuck that line, I thought they were going to. So now it's interesting, if they're going to keep going down, if they go straight, we're going to go out and around, or there could be, there's an old broken dam that they used to like to sleep in, which I haven't used in a while when the cubs were small. Or they've gone into the river. And they go down here. And it's straight. Making my life difficult. I'll pop my nose through here quickly. See, because from here they can either go out towards Seskan or they can pop into the river. So there's this old broken dam that they used to like to sleep in, which is incredibly difficult to get into. But it's getting at that sort of point. I don't want to be walking too much, because then you're just asking for the trouble. You're asking to become lion schnappies. Okay, looks like I've gone into the river. And sometimes all you want to hear is a good lion growl, at least you know you found them. Those tracks have headed down into the deep slits. I'm still following. Might a little bit of signal breakup. What I am hoping is they've just crossed the river and not carried on down it, because there's some dodgy signal areas down here.
Brent for Gareth.
Standing by, Gareth.
Brent, sorry, can you go again with your uptake? What speeds are you tracking?
Lowndes.
Sorry, and where are they going into the deep slip?
Sort of, I forgot the name of the track. The track that goes into the deep slit on the southern side. Actually towards where the old den for the 4 was. There's a lot of fig trees.
Copy that, thanks.
Yes, but Gareth knows where the old lion den where the cubs were born was. Long time. Remember, our parents are neighbours. They've been here. Gareth and I have been driving around here for well over 10 years. Okay, let's hope the signal holds. we're going to go do some rock bouncing. Let's go low range. So what I'm hoping to see is if the tracks just cross. So I know that I actually have tracked them on the game path going down, and we're gonna go where the four youngest lionesses, well I suppose 3 now. So unfortunately that one died of cyanobacteria poisoning. Monkeys, that's not a great sign when you're looking for lions. Okay, hold on. This is not the greatest angle to come up. So this means they might have just crossed through. So where were we walking? There's a path that comes down here. That old there's Impala, Kudu. So I'd say it's safe to say the lines have moved through. Oh, off they go. Or they've done a dirty on me, and they've sort of come to the edge and then gone around again. So this was one of the original den sites where the lion cubs were born. And they hid them in here for a bit. They were also then hidden up here. Tiny. That game path that those tracks were on comes down here. I'm not seeing any lion tracks in the river. Gareth, what's your position?
I'm just coming up to the junction of Lamont West and Sunset.
Sorry, Dad, I was checking with Gareth.
Looking for me or Gareth?
Gareth.
Standing by.
What's your position?
I've just crossed the Rietspruit on Rietspruit heading west.
Okay, it looks like they did a sneaky on me. They didn't go all the way down into the river. I think they're still on the eastern bank, somewhere between there and Seskant. I can't find any tracks in the deep slit.
Copy that. Confirm the track you were referring to earlier. That's Destroy Link.
Oh, radio doesn't like it down here. Okay, hold on. These lions have done a sneaky on me. I'm going to do a sneaky on them. Now, I have driven the Badger up here somewhere before. It wasn't easy. Are you holding on, Joe's hip? Hold on. Oh! It should be fine. It's under the tires. Just also try to keep your weight that side. I don't feel like rolling. It's always easier to go straight up something, but unfortunately sometimes the bushes don't let you. So if the lions want to be sneaky with me, I'll be sneaky with them. So there's no tracks going down there. This is this big game path, another big game path that they might have used instead. sneaky lion. I gotcha. Okay. This is an absolutely horrible area to be off-roading in though. Apart from this nice spot here. Okay. Sorry, Gareth, I couldn't get through. So basically directly above the old den site, there are tracks on the eastern bank still heading north.
Copy that. I'll then do Rietspruit first and just continue north.
Over.
Okay, copy. Stop that.
Okay, now we're going to try and get out of this. Sorry, F5.
Yeah, Brent, which den track you're okay? You know the line.
The line where the 4 lionesses were in the deep split. Let me just go wider. Or is it not going to work? Janine, one of the young lionesses died of cyanobacteria poisoning, blue-green algae poisoning from drinking out of a waterhole. So it's sort of she unfortunately drank a perfect storm, so to speak. The wind must have been blowing all that cyanobacteria, or all the blue-green algae, that's where cyanobacteria is, into a corner of a waterhole that she drank out of. The other members of the pride also drank out of that waterhole, but were fine. And then basically we did a necropsy on her, and it came back as cyanobacteria. And Pete Rogers, who did the necropsy, said the only other animal they've actually found in this area to have died of that particular type of poisoning is a rhino a couple of years ago. Just very, very rare, very, very unlucky. How did I get burrs on my jersey? Okay. Very sticky bush in the Lowveld. It's kidding me. So there's a good chance could find a lion around here. There's an incredibly thick area just to the south of us. Oh, Hefferlump's been busy. Whee. Okay, let's start looking for tracks. So I think Andrew must have been quite close to those lions this morning. you know, is a problem. It's a very thick belt I was talking about. And this road is very much a dead-end road these days. I need to come with a chainsaw. And I just never seem to find the time. Maybe Joe, one of your last jobs, but I won't give you a chainsaw, I'll give you a handsaw. Chainsaw's too dangerous for you. Chainsaw's a very dangerous thing, so a hatchet will take you much longer than a bow saw. Yep. So this is the end of that path. They don't go down into the river and they just stay. So yeah, there's a track here. Okay, sorry about that. I didn't get eaten by a lion. Now the tracks here, sneaky devils. But they've... It's very strange. I understand why we have gremlins here. Yeah, we're in a good area. It's Dad. You can show Dad on camera, he doesn't mind. It's just everyone else generally. And Gareth you can show on camera if we bump into him. Yeah. Welcome back, everyone. Sorry about that. We're not sure what went wrong. We're going to keep searching for the lions. I managed to find some liquid sustenance to continue my search. Bye, guys. While we were down, I bumped into my dad and Johan and Khalid and a whole bunch of other friends. And they were like, "Do you want a beer?" I was like, "Sure." You know, helps with the stress of bad signal. We're not sure why that's gremlins, because we're in a very good area. Hopefully everything is sorted now. Thank you from Andrew from Final Control. It was an internet issue on the Final Control side. But we're back. Wasn't sure because everyone was talking, but I thought I heard a low line contact call down here somewhere. So we're just going to take a second and enjoy that sky and listen. I'm just going to be quiet for a minute or two. The skies are or something different. Lions are not making a noise yet.
Birdman off Globunk.
Just waiting for that. See if I can trick Dad. So and he's sitting over there. See if I can get my voice right to trick Dad. Well, let's see if he comes on the radio. They might be talking too much. It'd be brilliant if we did catch him. Obviously, we're not only listening for lion roars, we're also listening for potential alarm calls from nyala, impala, squirrels, monkeys, baboons. So we're waiting for the lion to roar. I think it's a little quiz time. Who can tell me what type of clouds those are? Actually, two sets of clouds. The lower ones and the higher ones, but I'm just asking about the ones you can see the most of. Big bank here. Who can tell me what type of clouds those are? Mary, you're too fast. The long wispy ones are indeed cirrus. There's a bit of stratus above, but very little, going the opposite direction and crossways. Way too fast, Mary. You might be able to see a few little insectivorous bats starting to crisscross the screen this time of the day. Very difficult to ID. Probably some little free-tailed bats or Mauritian tomb bats. You also obviously get Cape Serotine bat, Cape Roof bat, which is a very, 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 very pain in the bum. They live in your roof. They make a lot of mess and a lot of noise. I currently am battling a colony of bats on the roof of my house.
Come in.
Come on, lion, give us a last minute roar. Jennifer, you get some good clouds in NYC. Stop swatting at the poor insects, Joseph. Ian.
Scratchy.
Seen some good sunsets out in Long Island. I know, not technically New York City, but some good sunsets on the West Side Highway. Indeed, Betty, the sunset is spectacular. Sometimes it's just nice to sit and listen, even if the lions don't roar when they're supposed to. Indeed, Jennifer, it is a different pace of life in the Big Apple. Rushing around sadly makes you forget it a lot of the time. And I say I do enjoy our walks down the West Side Highway when I am in the city. I think a lot of people think I'm crazy trying to identify all the little birds in the hedges.
April, flow bunk.
Jennifer, we'll definitely go check out the cloisters next time. Have spent quite a bit of time up the Hudson Valley around Tarrytown. We went some walks in the park there and then spent some time deep in the Catskills. Yeah. Sopus, Wyndham, Hunter, I think it is. And there is the bird calling the changing of the guards. The white-browed scrub robin. It's normally our last daytime bird to call before the nocturnal birds, the owls and the nightjars take over. And also normally the first daytime bird to call in the early mornings while you still hear owls and nightjars. Well, we were incredibly spoilt with our rhino sighting today. That definitely put a big smile on my face after a very admin-centric day. When I got to camp, I said to Yana and Andrew that I felt like my eyes were getting square from looking at the computers. So it's such a privilege to be able to get out into the bush and take you guys on drive. And lastly, for those who didn't catch the catchword or keyword of the week to get your free high-res painted dog print, it is what the lions have been today: camouflage. Camouflage is the word, but the lions have been camouflaging themselves from us. I say, I'm never unhappy when I'm out on drive. It is so special. And this reserve is just spectacular. Even when the kitties aren't playing along. Oh, you can see a few of the bats. I was hoping for the lion to give us a roar and then I'd extend. But alas, not tonight. For those on private safaris, hopefully they make an appearance with Andrew and Gareth for the rest of the week. Of course, I'll only be back next week on Tuesday or Wednesday, as I'm off to Zambia with the cheetahs. So keep a lookout at our socials. That won't be live, but I will keep you updated. But for now, it's time for us to love you and leave you.